why won't anyone make eye contact with me? That's what I was thinking afterwards, actually, because while it was happening, I have to say, people say, you must have been really nervous, or, oh God, what did it feel like when nobody was laughing? There were over 3,000 people in the room when I did it. And at home, it sounds like at times I'm completely tanking and sometimes I'm getting good laughs. But what you know is that the people in the front of the room, all these people, who essentially were all your age, all the people in the front of the room where the president was there and I was here, they were all, worked for him. Those were all the good seats. And so those were the seats that were picking up the laughter. And it had to be a joke that had nothing to do with him for the laughter to be heard at home. But there were 2,000 other people who were laughing the entire time. So I had no sense that I was tanking in the room. And it wasn't literally until I sat down next to Helen Thomas, who said to me, by the way, he said to me later, take the compliments, dodge the bullets, and just be glad they spelled your name right. So I sat down next to her and I realized that people weren't making eye contact with me in the front row. Like, what happened here? What is wrong? What's going on? And a friend of mine came up to me, I don't want to say his name, but he's a noble black actor out in California. And I had known him in school, and he came up to me, he was there as a guest at one of the news services, and he said, hey man, that was really good. And I was still at the dais. I mean, the president and everybody was still up there, and they were just basically clearing out, and he comes like, man, that was really good. Oh, it was great to see you. I think maybe something's wrong. I mean, none of these people seem very happy around me. And he goes, fuck those people, man. That was funny. And he left. And the next person in line, Antonin Scalia came up to me and said, that was great, kid. And I said, oh God, don't make me love Antonin Scalia right now. Sir.
Jay, we come over to one of our other students, Luke Mark, who's a freshman in English.
Let me ask you something here, Luke. Freshman in English? English
Yep.
major? English major.
Yeah.
Items in a series, okay, non-professional organizations whose names are an item in a series, okay? So let's say Madeline, Peter, Evelyn, and Stephen. Where do the commas go? Punctuated, man. Where's the commas going then? Madeline, Peter, John, Evelyn, and Stephen. Where do the commas go?
I'm an English major, sir. I'm not expected to know things.
Do you have a packet? Because I'm looking at calculators. I'm sorry. Go ahead, please.
Well, we've established the subtle, elegant distinction between your on-screen persona and your actual personality.
Yes, sir.
Have you ever had any real problem with people confusing Mr. Colbert with Mr. Colbert, or vice versa?
No. I haven't. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be flippant. People really just don't, though. I think maybe only the White House Press Association. People generally understand what I'm doing.
I guess there's a follow-up to that, because obviously you stay in character for the entire show.
Yes, sir.
Does that make it hard on your guests who are playing themselves?
It's great when they play themselves. When they come as a character or have a game, I'm in big trouble. Like, when Jane Fonda came on and decided she was going to play Eve Virago and tongue me in the ear while I tried to interview her, that was tough. I say the same thing to my guests every night. I say the exact same thing. And I've said it from the very first show. I've said, hi, thanks for coming to the show, thanks for coming on. Our interviews are a little bit different. I do the show in character. My character is an idiot. He's willfully ignorant of what we're going to talk about tonight, but it doesn't keep him from being extremely passionate about what he's yelling about. So disabuse me of my ignorance, and we'll have a really good time. And the only time that was ever any problem was the night I had Bill O'Reilly on. And hand to God, I went in to tell him, to say, hi, thanks for coming, and I forgot about what I was about to say to him. I just automatically said, hi, thanks for coming, I do a character, he's an idiot. As I looked at him, I realized he knew I was talking about him.
Jay, our next question is from a student who now fears he's going to be asked a finance question by our speaker tonight, Chen Chen, who's a senior.
My question is, being as smart, clever, and occasionally goofy, but always sexy, as you are, what other career path would you have chosen if you're not a comedian or a satirist?
I suddenly have such strong affection for you, Jen. Girl so nice they named her twice. I don't know what else I would do, actually. I've had one serious nervous breakdown in my life. I was married for about a month, and it occurred to me that I had no other skills other than what I was doing. And I knew that being a comedian or being an actor, like you've got a 1 in 20 chance of working at any period of time in your life. And I had a delightful nervous breakdown. I curled into a ball for 4 months at the mainline Xanax. And then I noticed nothing else. Matter of fact, if anybody here wants to be a comedian or wants to be a performer, if you can think of anything else you want to do, don't do this. Because you should only do this if there's nothing else that you can imagine. Because your odds are slim. Who knows? This could end tomorrow for me, after some of the things I've said here tonight. Thank you very much. You know what? You're cute. And she's 18 and I'm 43. That's totally appropriate. Because I did it in character. Trial. Her honor. Don't you get it?
We've talked tonight about the current presidential candidates, and one of our students has asked, what would you do to continue to attract and energize younger voters like you did during your South Carolina election campaign, as brief as it was?
Wow. I don't know. I didn't really have a chance to know what I had done during my South Carolina election campaign. I'm not sure how to reproduce it because I didn't read any of the press while it was happening, or I didn't talk to any press at least, and I was too busy doing the run for president while I did it. It lasted exactly as long as I thought it would. I never thought it would go beyond 7 days. And I knew they wouldn't let me on the ballot.